Yes, it's that Friday feeling again. Not so much flying because, yes, it's raining. Yes, England is still in rain. And it's coming to the end of April in 2023. It used to be when I was a young little lad, we called it April showers. And if you can hear some sanding down in the background, yes, someone is sanding. And it's mainly my other daughter that's sanding her sword for a cosplay. Madness. Anyway, I could have waited, but I thought, let's just crack on anyway. Because we're in the hangar and we're working on RC planes. And it's still fun, right? Come on, go and grab a cup of tea. Come sit down with me and we'll have some fun. Someone say tea, son. I'll have a cup of tea. Thank you very much. Welcome to the overhead cam. Yes, yes, we've got another little cam here as well. I like to, so you can see what I'm doing. As you can see, there's a light up there, which is most of a pain. It really is. I might have to do something different next time, but as I say, it's been not much happening in the hangar. It's just been so busy with work. Excuse me. And the days that have been really great for sun and flying, I've been working, so it's really, really annoying. They're always at the weekend. Mind you, it is bank holiday weekend this Monday in England. And we've got 3 bank holidays because of our King's coronation and other stuff, which is fantastic. So, and the wife is on a girls' weekend. Oh yes, that means Dad's RC Hangar, free to play, do what he wants. The weather's crap. Monday might bring a bit of sunshine, so you never know if you do. I might even do a live on the field if we get some sort of, 4G, 3G, whatever it is. But I could be in the hangar and do all the little bits and pieces. Like, there should be other LEDs up here. Yes, and I need to finish my planes. I have a plane ready. I was just going to use my OMP hobby just for let's get out and fly. But anyway, let's go to the overhead cam. So, on here, as you can see, the Max Thrust Max Thrust Pro Balsa. Yes, we're still doing it. As you see, I still haven't done these. I still haven't done the servos and bits and pieces. Honestly, it's been just a crazy week. So, I want to put these 2 batteries in. Okay, these 2 things here. This would be for the automatic igniter. This is quite funny. Look at this. Charge 80 milliamp hours for 14 to 16 hours. Can you read that? Can we get that in focus? I mean, for real? 14, maybe that's for the first one. I don't know, old Max. And then we got a bit more of a heavier one, which is 2000, which runs the receiver. I could do both the same size, but we don't really need a heavy one for the igniter. Anyway, so I need to put them in here. Plus we've got our R10 Pro to put in here, which is really good for, there you go, let's go to this cam. It's not really the best, I know it's backwards a bit, or we'll find out later, but the R10 Pro, it's not the position I want it to be in. I want you to have it, doesn't matter, it's here. The R10 Pro, it has the anti-rattle thing and bits and pieces in it, so it's great for IC engines. So, and this needs to live in here as well, so all this space. So I decided to come up with this design. Yes, lots of fun. Yes, I know you professional balsa cutters out there are saying, Chris, why aren't you cutting balsa? Well, I haven't got any really. I need to get some. Yes, and I'm waiting for the shows to arrive in England over the summer, and I'm going to get a load of them, probably at Wings on Wheels, because we are camping in a camper on wheels, as to say. You know, Billy Bombago, I don't know what you call them, but anyway, so I can stuff it full of stuff, and yeah, lovely jubbly. Also, to bring some planes that I'm not going to be flying anymore back there, so to put in for the whatever it's called. My poor face. Apparently, it's brought on by stress. Who knows? But the camera really brings it out lots. Anyway, so what did I do? So from that design, we went to this, ready for my laser cutting. And then here we are. Yes, there we go. Look at that. Awesome. They're saying, Chris, what is this for exactly? Well, I've got Velcro straps here that hold the 2 batteries. So the battery will sit, I don't know what orientation, kind of like there. And then this, what orientation again, I mean, that might be sort of like there. I've not really played about. Maybe there, I don't know. Now, but I want to try and keep this away from the battery as much as we can. So it'll probably end up sitting there like that. Now you're saying to me, why have you got all these holes? It's a bit holy. Well, so I can get to the servos. so I don't have to keep taking this out. So this should, if I can fit it in nicely, fit there. Now it's going to fall down because it's not got no feet. Not got no feet. There you go. Hasn't got any feet. There we go. Look. You think it's cool? You think it's cool? I think it's brilliant. So now I can get to both my servos, so I don't have to take this out. Just have to move the battery. Before our pre-flight checks, so we can make sure that the servos are nice and tight and they're not going to come off or anything, and everything's loose. And once again, the servo there as well. Now what I probably need to do is you do need to cut some balsa. Yes, we're going to cut some balsa. We're going to make some legs, and then we might put some magnets, some really strong magnets wherever they are. They're around here somewhere. I don't know. They're put in a box somewhere. I don't know. So we're going to cut a bit of balsa to make some legs. I have got some balsa here, which you can see in the IFOCAM. There we go. I'm not sure what the actual size of it is. I think it's kind of an 8mm balsa, maybe about 8-9mm square. So we're going to cut that. We're going to cut these to shape to fit into the body, and then maybe glue some sort of battery. I could, for now, I could screw it maybe, but I'd like it to be magnetised. It's going to hold in because it's got these slits here. It's going to hold into here. So it's not going to move backwards or forwards, and as long as I put the 4 magnets on here, that should hold it. I mean, you know, every other plane that you buy has magnetics. I mean, even the front here's got 2 magnets. You know, if I had little small diddy ones like that, I've only got kind of a big diddy ones, I think. But yeah. So I tell you what, why don't I look for the magnets while you look at a bit of laserage. Yeah, he's back. Yes, there's a bit of laserage. We like lasers. Right, okay, yes, as I say, yes, I could have cut it out in balsa. It would have been probably quite easy to do-ish, I guess, I don't know. Probably not me. Probably someone like Cliff Harvey, yes. Me, maybe not. Well, no, we'll see. Right, so I've got my calipers, my trusty calipers. This is a must-have, it really is. I think the only thing that I had issue with, actually, was when I was trying to measure inside, because you kind of need longer ones. So let's turn that on millimeters. Yes, you can't really, you know, it's like, but what you can do is it's got a lovely measuring pokey thing. Now I did, right, you can't be able to see it, but there's a little line in there where the lowest height can be to push it in, because I want to take it out. I might need to do some work and bits and pieces. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to measure. I'm going to just measure in here. To the bottom of that, so you have to excuse, I can do it on the side, maybe you'll be able to see it. So I'm going along the bottom, and then I want to go right. So I reckon if I go say to, if I go to 35mm and an oomp, 35 millimeters, no, I'm going to need higher than that. Let's do that off again. Let's go to 40 then. 40. Yes, I've lost my iPhone cam because it just wasn't in the right position today. Yeah, 40mm. So if I reckon I make 4 standoffs, put that to the side. 4 standoffs at 40mm. I think we're as close as we can get. Oh no, we got a little bit closer. So let's get. This is where I can't find my little pencil. and I probably can't find half the tools, but we'll get there. My magnets are too big. I need some almost like penny washer ones, a bit like the ones that are on the front of the plane. I like these. That's what I need. That's what I want. What I really want. And you can see these. Look, you do these ones as well. So I'm going to try and find where you can get these little button things, and you must be able to get small ones, and I'm going to get some. Also, why I've got you. Switches. Look, this is my. Hang on. In focus, man. Here we go. Switches. I've only got big switches. They're huge. I only want Diddy switches, so I'm going to have to order more switches as well. It's a right pain in the butt. You think I've got already and everything else, and you know, I'm not going to get them till next week now. Anyway, so that's enough chit chat. Let's just mark off 40mm there or thereabouts, and I'm still missing my bits and pieces in here. Now this does go to the edge, but you can't see it, so I'm going to do it like this now. Let's get that to the centre so we get a nice line. This does sit on the side, but we can do it like this. There we go. Look, mummy, I cut balsa. Right, there you go. So I'm going to cut. Oh, I'm going to cut 4 of those. Yes, the end is a bit round on the first one, so let's get some more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay. Brilliant. Awesome. Great thing. Yeah, you can see where this sits against your bench. That's the one I'm looking for. My little kit of stuff that I seem to be losing bits of. I don't know. I think a lot of it got lost over when I transferred from Hangar V1 to Hangar 2.0. But you know, I have yet to have a day in here. But as I say, don't tell the wife. I'm going to spend all the time in the weekend. Oh yes, unless I get out and fly. But it's crap weather tomorrow, which is the Saturday, and the Monday's looking good. So. And I've dropped my pencil down the back there, but we don't mind. It's all good. Let's put these calipers. Brilliant thing, calipers. Absolutely love them. I think, you know, if you got some ones with longer noses or something, that's what you need to kind of measure inside there. But I tried to measure properly. But you know me, I measure twice, 3 times, 4 times, and still get it wrong. It's one of them things. Either you're good or you're not good. Right. So, where do we put them in here as he hits the camera? So we could put them. Let's look at this, shall we? Let's look. Right. So we don't want to be putting them under here. What we could do actually, we could put them in there. We could put them like, you know, sort of standoffs here. 1, 2, 3. Because it's kind of centralised, isn't it? Centralised, and it is. It's not balsa. Yeah. So it might. Maybe not. Where can we put them? Because the trouble is, I've got the rod there. I think I could put one there, and these would stand there like so. So if I put them all at the same edge, like that, can you see that? Let me see. I've got my big chubby checkers in the way. There we go. So if I put one, so it's an upright that's in front of the servo, and then one that's a long ways, that would be okay. I still don't know where I'm going to put the switches, but if I put it just above the switch, that should be perfect. I tell you what, I was just about going to do this, and I thought, well, I learned this from Cliff Harvey, watching his channel. I do relate to Cliff a lot, because he's just a bit of a mentor to me with cutting and stuff. But when you've got the end of, I don't know if this is going to focus, and I apologise if it doesn't. If not, I'll have to do it again. But on the end, when you get a fresh end, before you glue it, CA glue it first, because then it fills it in, it doesn't get sucked in, and it gives it a layer, kind of like a film, and then the film will stick to the balsa. Because if not, because it's at the end of grain, it just sucks all the CA in, and you won't get a good stick. Back in the room, yes, voila, there we go, voila. Oh my golly gosh, yes, it's that time of day. You know it, you'll know it. Let's hear it for the purple screwdriver. Yes, purple, make an appearance in today's Hangar episode. Right, there you go. I decided to. What I did with this one, I just filed out a small notch. We're going to try it. There you go. I just filed out a small notch because obviously the plastic that holds the metal rod for the carb, so that we need free movement. So just filed it just so it sits in there nice, and it's quite nice. I might even stick the plastic to that to keep it held. And there's the other one there, and there's the other one there, and there's the other one there. Don't know if I'm going to have a room to put the switch there now, so I might have to move the switch to here, but I'm not too worried about that. That's all good. But the moment of truth, and it literally is the moment of truth, because I did wait for you. Will it fit? Now, I did put super glue on top of here as well. There's this great stuff, Zap CA glue, awesome. Let me just stick this in, and hopefully, because what I should be able to do, I should be able to slide it. Oh, look at that. Like a glove. There you go. Nice. So you've still got plenty of room. I mean, when you think about it, so this is well, it depends which way I'm going to. Probably going to go this way over here, and then or this way, should I say? I don't know how I'm going to. Probably this way. Sit below there, in between the bolts, and then these obviously will go backwards. One that way, one down that way, and then we've got room for our batteries, which is brilliant. So, you know, maybe I will put the big one here, and maybe I'll put the little one here. It amazes me actually. I'm always a bit worried actually, because they say in the actual manual the battery lives underneath, and it's right next to the fuel tank. So, you know, if they went to go, it'd be a pretty spectacular explosion, I would have thought. Now, do I have room to put them? I don't think I have room to put them that way, so it'd have to be set this way, I think. That way, that way, that way, that way, yes, this way. Like so, I think. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, let's put some Velcro, so there you go. So then obviously, you know, I can take this battery out of the Velcro strap, check my linkages, and yeah, and I've still got plenty of room in here. You know, if I really wanted to, if the CG was playing about, I could put a heavier battery in here and maybe move it back a bit. You know, move it back to kind of like here, and then have this one here. Yes, you're saying, "Oh, Chris, it's going to be a heavy plane." I like flying heavy planes. I'm a scale flyer. You know, you know, if I want to zip around the air, then I'll get an extra or something. But anything like this is kind of like scale to me, really. I mean, we might have a bit of fun, especially when we're Paul Heckles. Oh yes. But there you go. I know I'm happy. The only thing I'm annoyed about is my batteries. I mean, would it really matter if I did have bigger batteries in there? Would it, you know, does it matter? Only that I'll probably never get the thing up again. Okay, right, so let's sort this out. So I've cut some of my Velcro. So all I'm going to do is, I thought I'd show you rather than just say, ta-da, there it is. I think I'm still going to wait for, get some slimmer magnets, I think, from what I've got. They're a bit too big, maybe. I don't know. I'm still undecided about this. So there you go. That's why there's another reason why I didn't do this as balsa as well, because it needs to be a bit stronger. So this is kind of like just some small ply. I think it's about 3mm ply, something like that. Because you do need a bit of strength when it's pulled tight. So what I do is I get my little clip and you push it through there. We'll see how much it needs to be bent over, and that goes on itself like so. Bring that to the edge like so. Then we'll stick our battery, which should be about there. Slip it in the hole there. Okay, and then you pull tightly, and that goes back on itself. And there you go, a secure battery. Fantastic, huh? So let's get the bigger battery. So once again, we'll get our little clip that goes back on itself. You know, if you want to, you could, you know, if you felt a bit safer, you could, I don't know, stitch there or glue there or something, just so it's extra tight. But I've used this now in a few planes, this Velcro that way, and it's fine. Sorry, battery. Still don't know what way I'm going to do this battery at the moment. I'll probably just put it there. I would have thought, I don't know, something like that. Who knows? I can play about. Obviously with the C of G I would be playing about anyway. Probably fit that about there. So I'm going to do that a bit tighter. About there. And then all you need to do is just cut the excess off without cutting the cable of the battery. Squidge it all down. That's not going to move. That's not going to mess about your C or G. And that's ready to put in the plane. And then all I'm going to do then is I will get some double-sided sticky Velcro. Depending on, I've got to look where I want the antennas, but then that will sit like so, and that's my little tray, and we'll have some magnets on up here, or also away from the receiver to give it the best chance ever. So I might come in here with the cables, or I might just turn it round and have the cables coming into the back. I really don't know. It's stuff I've got to play around with. There's not much left to do on this bird before she's ready for a maiden. I'm not rushing her, just because that'd be a maiden with poor heckles. We've got other planes, so the OMP Hobby that I need to fly with, and some other planes, the Spitfire, the small Spitfire, we're going to transplant. But yeah, so there you go. That's my little. That's what you could do with a laser cutter. I'm sure there's people out there that can do this with a saw, a knife, and bit. But I like the design aspect. And yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Obviously that could move, but obviously there's going to be things in the way. But once I get the batteries where I want them, there's nothing stopping me, obviously with a bit of smaller balsa, nothing stopping me putting a block there, so it can't push, and put a block there, so it sits there and it's safe. But once I'll need to know, I'm not going to do that until I've got the CFG correct, because then I might need to move the battery backwards, swap them around and bits and pieces. But I'm happy with that anyway, and then these will go into the switches for the power. Oh yeah! Oh, there you go! Oh, I'm ecstatic. I actually got my tray done. I'm so happy, and I got it done in today. Yes, I did cheat a little bit. I did laser last night when I got home, and I was lasering to late in the evening. And you see on there it did say version 3, because I did go through a few versions, just slightly. Cross fingers for Monday for me. It seems pretty decent weather, but we'll see. I just need that first flight just to get my confidence back and get out there and say, yes, I'm ready. Then we can start having some fun with other birds and other planes. All these have got to be flown this year. I want them done, including my A certificate. Yes, that is still not done, is it, guys and girls? But it will be done. I can smell it in the air. If you are getting out this bank holiday weekend, or if you're in the States and you're just out anyway because it's beautiful weather or whatever, then have some fun. But most of all, keep safe and be safe, but enjoy that RC fun, because life is not forever. I don't know if anyone told you that, so let's enjoy it while we can. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you in a week's time, unless I do something random like a live show. Ta-ra now. Thanks for popping by. You're the best.